Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm going to analyze one game that I played online, and I hope you also learned something from this. I hope that you enjoy my commentary. If you have any suggestions, please tell me in the comment section. So let's begin. I have white pieces here. I started with the king pawn opening. It's a central pawn that opens the bishop. My opponent goes for d5, challenging the center. I take back his pawn. He is going for some kind of sacrifice of pawn. So I first was thinking that I should not take it, but then I thought let's take. And I was thinking I will go for quick development after this, and if I have to, I can give back the pawn. So I played g3, bishop g2 to quickly go for castling. So next 3 moves I'm planning to go castling. He is also developing all his pieces. Now my plan would be to develop as fast as possible and try to stabilize. He went for bishop d6. I thought I can go for a central break because he is still, his king is in the center. So I played d4 because it is protected. I can capture twice with the knight and the queen, and the king I can give a intermezzo of check with rook e1. He didn't capture, he played e4. So now my knight is attacked. I wanted to launch an attack on his king, so I wanted everything to come with a tempo. So I played knight on the rim, which is not a good move, but it is coming with a tempo. I'm attacking his bishop. He moves his bishop back. Now my pieces are not very well placed. Bishop g5, h6, challenging, asking me what I'm going to do with the bishop. I will not retreat because it will be a waste of move. So I captured the knight, and after the queen captures, the pawn is hanging, so on e4. So I take the pawn. So I'm now 2 pawns up. I have to just stabilize the position, and if he castles now, I'll play c3, and I will have a solid structure. He has double bishops, but I have solid structure, and not much worried about anything. So he thinks for a while. My plan is to go c3, get back my bishop on g2, knight on f3, develop my other knight. So he takes the pawn. I am now only 1 pawn up. But the thing is, on d file there are a lot of pieces, and it is a blunder because now he will not be in time to castle. So here I was thinking I'll just bring back the knight on f3, asking him what he will do with the knight, his own knight on d4. If he captures, I'll capture back with the bishop. Now I'm attacking d6, the b7 pawn, and d6 also weak, and I will give a check on e1 after he takes. So his king will be very weak in the center, and there will be some tactics. So that's why I played knight f3. I am relying on all my play from last few moves based on his king's position. The fact that he hasn't castled, it gives me a chance to even give back some of the material. So he played the right move. He went back with the knight. Now the d6 bishop is only defended by the queen, and I went for a development of my knight. If he castles now, then I would go knight b5. So if he castles, I would go knight b5 because this is the tactics that I was hoping that if he castles, this will happen. So knight b5. Now the bishop is attacked twice with the knight and the queen, my d1 queen. He's only defending it with f6 queen. There is no other way to defend the bishop. If he moves the bishop, Then the bishop on d7 is hanging. So I'm now currently winning a piece, and he takes back my g3 pawn, but now I'm a piece up, clear piece up. So and now his d7 bishop is hanging. I think it's time to resign for him. He plays rook c8 anyway. I'm capturing the bishop. So and now he resigns. So thank you everyone for watching. This was a very short game. It ended in 16 moves. I am planning to post more such game analysis videos, and I promise that I will become a bit better on commentating. I am new to this, and thank you so much for your time and attention.